Welcome everybody to our 2022 laptop unboxing. My name is Ben Fletcher. I'm the Vice President of Business Operations here at Neumont College of Computer Science. And joining me today is one of our students, April. April, please introduce yourself.
I'm from Alabama. I'm currently in the IS degree, and I've been here for about a year. 11 months. It started in September. Yeah.
September 2021.
Yeah.
Fantastic. April's been working on our IT help desk here at Neumont. So if your laptop has issues or you have problems, you come and see April and she helps you all out. So we're here to unveil the new laptop for the students coming here October 1 of this year. Yeah. And the students have been really excited to hear all about this machine. So we're going to tell you all about it. We're going to dive into it. April, what is the machine this year?
Well, I can tell you firsthand that it's an improvement. It's a Lenovo ThinkPad P1 Gen 5.
P1 Gen 5. So we've had the Lenovo ThinkPad line for a while now. We started with their P1 Gen 1. We're up to the Gen 5. Did they make some good improvements on this?
Oh yeah, it's very good compared to Gen 4.
To previous generations?
Yes.
Yeah, there's some really neat hardware in this. We're going to open it up and show it to you. April, let's open this thing up and show everybody what we've got here.
Fair enough, let's get to it.
All right.
All right.
Fantastic.
So here's the Gen 5 currently, and of course on the bottom, it's standard.
Yeah.
Standard.
Yeah.
Some
pretty cool stuff just off the top here.
Yeah.
It kind of has a matte feel to it. Which is kind of nice. Like it's a little bit grippy, but not too bad.
Yeah.
And they carried that same matte feel over onto the cover as well.
And I'm pretty
You do have an indicator here,
yeah,
which is kind of cool for
if
powered.
It's on, it starts blinking every now and then.
If it's powered up, that's awesome.
Good
What do
show.
we have in terms of ports on this thing?
Well, we've got an SD card port, and we have two USBs.
USB 3.0s, right? Yes, the
3.0s.
SS ones.
Yeah.
Yep, and a lock. It's got the laptop lock, which it's funny nobody uses, but it's there, right? Nothing really on the back except the hinge. What about this side? What are we looking at?
Well, we've got our power, and we have two USB-C ports, and we also have an HDMI and a headphone jack.
Headphone jack. This HDMI port I really love because we're always fighting, which cable can hook up to a monitor and all that.
Yeah.
In the past, they've used DisplayPort, mini DisplayPort. I'm really excited that they put an HDMI on there because it'll hook up to people's TVs, monitors at home, all that kind of stuff.
Our Gen 4 also has the HDMI ports, but it's still a welcome sight to see.
Yeah, it's good that they kept that on there. On the front, nice Lenovo branding down here. And like I said, it's real clean. Super lightweight, like surprisingly light for how powerful this machine is, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's about the same as the Gen 4. You've been carrying the Gen 4 around for a year. How has it been?
It's pretty light, honestly, all things considered. Like, I'm able to hold it with one hand. I prop it up on my arm, and it's just able to stay there appropriately.
Awesome. So back and forth to home, back and forth to classes, no big deal, right?
Yeah,
Throw
no
it in the backpack, and you can just carry it around.
Yeah.
Bottom side, what do we have down here? A few Windows stickers and some stuff, but venting all through here. I do know they had to upgrade some of the thermals on this thing to make it work because the power in this is insane, right? Like, it blows your mind what's inside this thing.
It is very strong.
It is really powerful, which means there's a lot of heat that comes out of the bottom. And I know they had to do some serious redesigns on some of the thermals just to make it work so that you weren't overheating the machine.
Yeah.
Right? Let's open the top here and take a look at what's on the inside.
All right, so here we have the screen, which is a 165 hertz, 2560 by 1600 screen.
So that was a huge upgrade this year.
This is a huge upgrade.
This is a massive upgrade. Last year was only a 60 hertz screen.
Yes, it was the same screen proportion, but it's literally almost
more than double. Yeah,
yeah, it's
almost
triple the hertz. And
That's
it's amazing. It feels like a hot knife cutting through butter, literally.
And I know you game, right? And so for gamers, like a 165, I mean, that's a gaming monitor, right?
Yeah.
Like I know down here, we're in the Llama base downstairs where our esports team plays, and all these monitors are 165.
Yeah.
So we put that on the laptop this year, which is going to be just huge for gaming.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And the thing is, though, is I paid $400 for a monitor, and it's only 144 hertz. This is
This is faster?
This is faster.
This is faster than your own monitor.
It's faster
That's
than
awesome.
my own expensive monitor.
That's awesome.
Of course, you've got your microphone and camera with a shutter right here.
The shutter's important.
Yes.
You don't want the hackers to turn your camera on and watch
If you don't want your local FBI agent to watch
That's
you.
right. A mechanical shutter, not a digital one. You
Yes.
physically close the shutter. That's important. Keyboard layout, I think it's the same as the Gen 4. They haven't updated the keyboard much.
Yes.
Speakers along the sides here. Power button in the upper right. And the signature Lenovo finger mousey thing.
Yeah, basically a mouse pad that just moves whenever you
just barely move your finger.
Yeah.
It's been a Lenovo IBM thing since they were IBM back in the day, and now they're Lenovo.
Something I should also mention is that this is also a fingerprint scanner.
Oh, that's right. The
Yes.
power button is a fingerprint scanner.
Yes.
So you can now log into your machine just by touching. So we're as cool as Apple.
Pretty much, yeah.
Something like that.
If anything, we're about a little bit higher than Apple because we also have security key functions and we also have Face ID, Windows
Awesome.
recognition.
Oh, that's right. Windows Hello.
Yes.
So you can use Windows Hello to log into your machine.
Yes.
That's awesome. Touchpad wise, they give you a nice big touchpad, multi-point touch. It's actually beautiful to feel. Like it
Yeah.
slides so nicely.
It's, again, like ice skating.
It is. It's like glass almost,
Yeah.
right? On your finger. And then you have left and right click and a center button. It's multi-touch, so you can two-finger scan and
Yeah.
two-finger right click and all that
You
kind of
use
stuff.
all 4 fingers, you swipe to a new desktop.
That's right. That's right. Multi-desktops in Windows 10 and 11. That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Intel vPro on here, and other than that, that's about what we have on the outside of it.
Yeah, and I should mention right now that the Core i7 vPro it's a 12800H, which is laptop edition, but it goes up to like the E cores have up to a maximum of 3.7 gigahertz.
Nice.
While the P cores have up to a maximum of 4.30 gigahertz.
Nice. And H, it's hexacore, right?
Yes.
So we're talking 6 cores, multi-threaded, which shows up as 12 cores on here.
Yes.
Which is huge for IS students, and honestly, all Neumont students, because we do a lot of virtualization,
Yes,
right?
a lot of virtualization in IS, and even for gaming it's better because you get better response time from
That's
your
right.
CPU.
That's right. So you end up with 12 cores for loading up virtual machines, for all
Yeah.
your classes, for running your games. I mean, the thing's a powerhouse.
Yeah, it is
It's a
literally.
full desktop in this tiny little package.
It is literally the mitochondria.
Yeah, right? It's super cool. So, I say everybody wants to always see the inside of a computer, right?
Yeah.
Let's just open this thing up and take a look at the inside of it. Let's shut it down first so we don't short anything out.
That's a good point.
Because, we are going to open it up. But yeah, let's just take a look. I mean, it's so packed in there, you don't see a lot, but I think it's just cool to take a look on the inside.
Main thing to notice is that you have to hold it down for an extended period because
If you want to hard kill it, you
Yeah.
hold the power button down for, I think it's 6 to 10 seconds.
Yeah, 6 to 10.
And then it'll hard kill the machine. Obviously, we don't want you hard killing your machines all the time. Just click, the Windows key and power and shut down is the appropriate way to shut down a computer.
you'd think I learned this by now, but we have our moments. Of course, you gotta be just a tad bit rough.
So
but
opening the back of it, only professionals like April get to open the back of these machines. Don't
Yes.
open the back of your computer, because speaking of opening it, the warranty on these is legit, right?
yes, it has a 3-year warranty, which is as long as you're gonna be here.
3-year accidental damage.
Yes.
That's the important part. If you accidentally spill a Coke in this, if you drop it down the stairs, if you're sitting in class and your friend walks by and hits it with his bag, knocks the thing onto the floor, what's our policy here at Neumont? What happens?
It gets sent off to Lenovo and they do
And then
their-
you're just without a computer for 3 weeks?
Oh,
while it's
no,
at Lenovo?
no. We give you a loaner.
That's right.
Because we want to make sure that you're able to successfully continue your classes.
That's
and
right.
Of course, all your stuff is stored on the HDD, which is an SSD, sorry.
The SSD, the solid state drive,
Yeah,
right?
it's a solid state drive, it's not
But
an
it's
HDD.
it's tiny. It's like this
yes.
big. It's an M.2.
Yes,
right?
it's an M.2 and it has a terabyte of memory.
A terabyte of storage.
storage.
And I'm pretty sure they updated it this year. This is a faster M.2 than last year's.
Yes, it should be.
Yeah, the read and write spec on this is quite impressive.
Yeah.
So yeah, if your computer breaks, you come to our IT window.
We'll
we
give you-
have extras of these. We call them loaners. And if yours breaks, we're gonna pop your M.2 drive out right here. We're gonna pop it into a loaner. We're gonna hand you the loaner and say, go back to class.
Yeah.
Right? We're gonna get you right back into class we do not want IT to get in the way of learning here at Neumont.
Yes.
Right? And then we're going to send your machine off. We handle it. We take care of it. Well, I say we. April takes care of it.
Yeah, me and my IT crew take care of it.
Yep. April and the IT crew take care of it. And when they get the machine back, what do? You just contact the student?
Yeah, we just email the student, let them know that their laptop's ready to go.
Awesome. Well,
yeah.
So our warranty program is second up. By the way, we actually have battery warranty too.
Yes, we have battery warranty.
Which is huge because these things will swell sometimes because they're lithium ion, it happens, right?
Yeah.
And normal laptops don't have battery warranties. That's like a huge add-on. So even for all 3 years that you're a student here at Neumont, you are fully covered on your laptop.
Oh yeah, you're fully covered on every part of your laptop.
Every single piece. So inside here, obviously this big thing's the battery.
Yes,
that's pretty straightforward. And you were pointing here, this is the hard drive.
Yes,
or the solid state drive.
This is a solid state drive underneath a thermal cover.
Oh, because they get so hot.
Yes, because of how fast it is, it generates so much heat. So
yeah.
It's another.
And I can't remember, do these machines have a second M.2 slot?
No, but they do have a second RAM slot, which I should mention, it's currently here, and...
So this is one stick here.
Yes, this is one stick of 32 DDR5 4800 megahertz.
That's screaming fast RAM.
Yeah.
That's like cutting edge, right?
Yes.
We got the best RAM. But it's a single 32 gig stick.
It is a single 32
So why is that cool?
Because you get to put it in another.
That's right. Where's the second slot on the machine?
The second slot is right under this.
Right under this second flap right here?
Yeah.
So if a student wanted to, they could buy a second stick of 32 gig and have 64 gig of memory in their machine.
Absolutely.
64 gig. Like, what are you even going to do with 64 gig of memory?
A lot of virtualization.
A lot of virtualization.
Another thing to mention is that it's very easy to take these in and out. Like, you just put it in.
They just kind of slot in and click. And will the IT help desk, if somebody bought a stick of RAM, would you guys help them stick it in?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's no reason not to.
Yeah, show up and you guys would help them pop it right in. Yeah. You can see the thermals right through here. This is what I was talking about by there's so much heat generated in this. They had to do some thermals. So it actually has two fans. There's one here and one here.
This right here is the CPU fan, and this right here is the GPU fan.
So the GPU has a dedicated fan.
Yes.
But why? I mean, is there that nice of a GPU in this?
It's a 3070 Ti.
It's a freaking 3070 Ti.
It's 3070 Ti, which is way better than the 3070.
Right.
Our Gen 4s have the 3070. This is 3070 Ti. It's a direct upgrade.
It's got more. Well, it's got more speed. It's got more CUDA cores. It processes faster.
It just does everything faster and better. If you like ray tracing, this will get you there.
This thing is killer. I mean, in terms of gaming performance, like you're getting easily what, 40, 50, 60 frames a second out of most of your games?
Yeah.
Right?
But this
even higher for some games.
This will take you even further, because you'll go from our Gen 4s from 60 frames to up to 165 frames, which is a significant
with the monitor
boost. Yes.
Yeah. It's really, really cool. So, I mean, this is desktop level performance.
Oh yeah.
Basically, we're putting a desktop inside of a tiny little
Oh yeah, this is basically a full desktop unit.
Yeah.
And of course, it comes with NVIDIA GeForce that has DLSS, which means you can put it for balanced performance or more quality or more speed.
And these things suck down the power, I'm not gonna lie, right?
Yeah.
The power supplies for these are quite beefy.
Yeah, the power supplies are quite big.
I think we have one somewhere right here, right?
Yes, we do.
These power supplies are beefy. Like, what is this, a 270 watt?
This is a 230 watt.
230 watt.
It is
a 230 watt power supply for a laptop.
Yes.
It's a laptop.
It's a very...
I mean, the cable on this is super thick, right? So one of the cool things here at Neumont is all the desks have plugs in them, right?
Yeah.
And you need it for this much power because you'll sit down and the battery, especially if you're playing games and like really working that 3070, it'll use up the battery really, really quickly, right?
And thankfully it comes with performance options. You can set it for full performance or best battery life.
That's awesome. So you can actually reduce the performance to give you some extended time.
Yeah.
But if you want to really crank the games, you can move the slider up and really get those frame rates through the roof.
You can get your frame rate going.
Yeah. Just make sure you have it plugged in, right? Because
Yeah.
the power supplies are huge. It's like a brick, right?
Yeah.
And the size of the cables is amazing. Like how much power they're pushing through this thing is kind of amazing.
There's a lot of copper wire in these.
Yeah, there's a lot of power coming through these. Very cool. So, I mean, in terms of the inside, we really don't want to tear the thing apart because all of the heat sinks and stuff are thermally connected to the CPU and the GPU, right?
Yeah.
We leave that stuff to Lenovo, but we wanted to give you a sneak peek of the inside just because it's cool. I mean, it's just cool to look at, right?
Of course, I can show you the SSD if you're fine with that.
Oh yeah, pop the SSD out.
Yeah.
The M.2. So the great thing about this, with us having extras of these, when students come with problems, we can pop the SSD out and stick it in a loaner. So all your settings are the same. All your files are still there. Matter of fact, you log in, with the same username and password. Nothing changes. You're just effectively on another computer.
They've actually upgraded the thermal paste to come off less. So,
oh, nice. So it's easier to pop the thermal cover off.
Yeah, it's easier to pop the thermal cover off.
Very cool.
And it seems like they've actually made it to where the...
Got to be very careful and wiggle very small.
Yeah. Because there's an entire couple of wedges of thermal paste.
Oh my gosh, there is. Look at all that.
It's just to make sure that this stays cool because of how fast it is. It is.
So that hard drive's heating up.
Yes, this hard drive is heating up along with the rest of the computer.
Okay. Every year this happens, the students get jealous of the new machine, right?
Yeah.
Like, how come we don't get the new machine?
I gotta be honest, even I'm jealous of it.
I know, you want one.
Because of the hertz.
Yeah.
It really just provides that edge I need.
It does. It's
or at least
really,
desire.
really cool for gaming and stuff. Absolutely packed with power. As you said, 12th gen Intel Core i7, right?
Yeah.
And some impressive numbers in terms of the hertz rates that the CPUs run at. They come native with 32 gig of RAM. And you would say to yourself, why do you need 32 gig of RAM? That's crazy. Again, all the virtualization we do here at Neumont, you will, in many of your classes, you'll be running 2 and 3 and 4 virtual machines simultaneously on the laptop all at the same time, building networks, building systems. And I know a lot of the other programs use virtual machines for testing. The game guys, they'll build up virtual machines. So there's a lot of virtualization that happens on these things.
And let me tell you, with Windows Server Admin, you will get frustrated. But that's a part of it. That's just a part of the class.
Yep, you got to learn how those things work, and the best way to learn is to break them and then fix them.
Yes.
Right? So
or if they're broken already, just Google. Use Google, please.
A lot of Googling. That's fantastic. So what we want to do now, I think, is boot it up and maybe show you. We're going to run some benchmarks on it and let you see some of that. And then I know later on we're going to run some games, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we're actually going to show you some of the gaming performance on this machine because it's just so impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's open this thing up and get it booted up. We're gonna run some benchmarks on it. We wanna show you the speed. We wanna show you the CPU, the memory, the graphics performance. It's really impressive. It's an impressive piece of kit. So we're gonna get this thing booted up, and then what benchmarking tool are we gonna use?
We're gonna use FurMark. FurMark is the standard we use because it is the hardest tester for our GPUs and stuff.
Okay, we're gonna get FurMark loaded up here, and then we're gonna show it to you. We'll do some close-ups on the screen and let you watch the benchmark so you can see what's really going on here.
Yeah, it's a stress test. It will make sure that the laptop is running up to what it needs to. So yeah, let's just get right into it.
Let's get right into it.
So the main thing we need to consider is that the first GPU is your 3070 Ti. It's RTX, of course, that's what 3070s are.
Yep.
But the second GPU is your integrated graphics.
Yeah, it's got the Intel UHD on it.
Yeah, it has Intel UHD, so that if your graphics card fails, it will have a backup to go to.
And it can use that for lower power stuff, so it can save some battery.
Yeah, definitely. So if you have like low...
Like I'm running Excel or Word or something, you're just browsing the web.
If you're just running Word or whatever, then it'll just run that. Now if you increase like your YouTube settings to be 2160 or 1440p, it'll obviously change so that it's using the GPU rather than the integrated.
Right, fantastic.
It's very smart.
What we have here is a GPU stress test. We've got it set to 2160 4K and full screen, and we're just gonna run this stress test and see what happens.
And it should show up to be pretty good.
So it says, it gives caution.
Yeah.
I love that it gives caution, right?
It gives caution.
It's very GPU intensive and you may experience some instability or system shutdown. It's like, this could break your computer. So now it goes black. There we go.
It goes back and it's spinning up right now. It's warming up and now it's actually doing the stress test and it is...
That's actually really cool.
It is.
Are you getting frames?
Yes.
It's doing about, what, 30 frames per second?
Yeah.
Max 51, average 37 on an OpenGL render.
Yeah.
Okay. Which actually, that looks beautiful. Like it's smooth. It's not like choppy or anything.
No, and it's because it has such a it's such a hard stress test. That's why you're getting less frames.
Yeah.
If you were to run any type of game, it would be
higher.
And
we'll see that in a little bit when we run
yeah.
games. But the number of artifacts in here and the
Yes.
amount of ray tracing that's going on is just crazy. I mean, this thing looks like a little fur ball.
Yeah.
Right? And you can see the individual like little hairs coming off the end of it as it's
yeah.
rotating it around and
As
stuff.
it's rotating, you get to see every part of it. You get to see all of the artifacts and stuff on it, and it's just really cool.
It's really neat. So it's about to finish there.
Only took a minute, which is great.
So we get some scores coming out of this.
Yeah, so the score we have is 1899, which is very good compared to our Gen 4s. Typically our Gen 4s score around 1600, 1700.
Yep. So some significant improvements.
Yeah.
GPU temp spiked up there. We can actually hear it a little bit on the fan.
Yeah.
And then it shows resolution and then the render and the drivers that it uses, the CPU speed. So yeah, I mean, basically the machine kills it.
Oh yeah. And this is most likely with, I don't think we actually have NVIDIA GeForce installed in here, so it may not be running the latest version.
Oh, this is the factory image.
Yes.
So we haven't actually optimized it even yet.
No, we haven't even optimized it a smidgen, and it is
That's awesome.
beautiful.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this thing is insane. So now what we really want to do is fire up some games.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be awesome.
Hey guys, we're back, and joining me today is Mark, the president of the Esports program, and go ahead and tell them about yourself.
Hello everyone, I'm Mark Nusser from Menifee, California. I started at Neumont in 2020 and I'm currently in the game dev degree. I'm really excited to test out some of the games that we're going to be showing you guys today. So right now I'm playing a deathmatch on Icebox right now. It's one of the maps on Valorant. It's really good response times, especially from kind of just input. A lot of players, especially in this game, Valorant is a very precision-based game. You really need to have the greatest reaction time in order to get kills and win the game. So I would like to say that this truly is helping me get the best edge. I'm basically able to just play the game as if I was playing on a big desktop right now. I really don't feel any difference. So right now I'm currently running at the max settings right now, and it really feels good. I can't see any flaws or anything that's making it so I'm bad at the game.
We're running VSync everything. VSync normally, it does help the game, but it does also take down some of the FPS. And so it's still hitting a nice solid 60 plus frames.
Yeah, I would say, especially compared to traditional laptops, I've actually never really seen a laptop perform better than 60 hertz. So having a 165, this is game changing for sure, especially with laptops. I know there's a lot of arguments that people are like, desktops are better than laptops, but I would say that Neumont students do kind of have a luxury with this one.
Oh yeah.
So I would say not using a cooling pad and getting performance like this and not having like any lag in the game or just any problems within or out of gameplay really just makes this feel like it's a good fit for Neumont students.
All right, that was Valorant, and let's go ahead and swap over to some League.
I am the team captain for the League of Legends team here at Neumont Esports. So I'm actually really excited to kind of just test it out and see possibly what my future players would be practicing on if they are going to be playing from home here. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I want to kind of just test out how this feels, and hey, would you look at that? I'll play your favorite character. Why not? So right now I'm going to be jumping into a ARAM game. ARAM stands for all random, all mid. So it's all going to be everybody in one single lane, a mosh pit of sorts. But yeah, so I'm really excited to see ARAM's just the for fun game mode. So I would like to kind of just have some fun right now. Kind of just test out the extremes that this laptop can perform at. So yeah, this upcoming quarter, we're going to have our Smash Bros, Rocket League, and League of Legends team participating in NACE. However, we do have other teams competing in titles such as Overwatch, Valorant. We have a Call of Duty team as well. So I'm pretty sure all of them will appreciate the gameplay that these laptops will provide. if you're interested in tournament play, I think that the esports program is amazing and provides a lot of opportunity for players and students alike to kind of just have fun and have an environment where we can all just hang out and play video games with each other. And I think these laptops are definitely a good first step into helping everybody get into that direction. So right now that Lucian just kind of got decked, and I'm going to kill the Katarina there. I'm kind of just too good at the game, I'll be honest.
Among Us, sus.
So right now we are in the Llama base. It is the Neumont Esports kind of headquarters. In here we have 6 rigs, all equipped with state-of-the-art technologies right now in terms of graphics and gameplay, and just equipment that's really hard to come by these days without having to spare an arm and a leg. Also, I am currently wearing the Neumont Esports jersey. Participating students in teams will be able to get their own jersey. So this room is used for practices and competitions. We have team captains in a Discord kind of just schedule out this room for a few hours a day to bring their teams in and kind of just practice. And also on game days, we will have teams come in here and compete from within the room. So that's something really cool that we got going on here for the team. So we also stream our games on the Neumont Esports Twitch. If you want to check that out, it's at Neumont, twitch.tv/Neumont College. We have a pretty good team of casters that will come on and commentate over some of the games. Really just a good group of people that just have a passion for bringing excitement to the esports scene. I've been a caster for Neumont for the last year now, and I've had a lot of fun doing it, especially the NACE games. There's just a lot of action and unbeatable talent in the NACE scene. So when it came to casting for some of the Neumont NACE games, it was a great joy to cast those games. Incoming students can check out their emails because we do open casting calls through the email. So there will be a lot of like advertisements from marketing that kind of just say like, hey, we're looking for casters. So for those who aren't really excited about competing, if they're really excited about, just talking about the video game, analyzing, or even just shouting at an amazing play that one of our players did, we have a really good community kind of based around that. All they have to do is just keep an eye out on their emails for the casting calls that we'll have, and it'll be a great time for them. I would say this computer is holding up very well in terms of gameplay. The refresh rate is amazing. We're staying consistently above 100 and I would say 150 frames per second. We're hitting consistently above. Haven't seen it dip any lower than that right now. In terms of connectivity, I think the Wi-Fi card in here is running like a dream, not having any latency issues or anything like that. Yeah, I think this pretty much wraps it up for gameplay-wise. It really holds up standardly for kind of desktop standards, really holds up very well, and I think also work standards, amazing. So I'd say the future Neumont students, whoever gets their hands on it, I would enjoy the heck out of this. So this wraps it up gameplay-wise. Holds up very well to industry standards, and I think the students that get their hands on it should definitely cherish it because it is one heck of a machine.
So yeah, we've shown off the benchmarks and how well it's run with that. Mark here has shown you how well it runs with games, and overall it's just a beast of a machine. It's great.
Yeah, it's super cool. We want to thank everybody for joining us today. We are super looking forward to the incoming class. You guys joining us here in October. I know Mark's excited, April's excited. I'm really excited to see you here on campus, and I hope you all are super excited about the Lenovo P1 Gen 5. It's an amazing machine.